Hey guys, thank you for watching. This is Breaking Burke. It is my YouTube channel about houseplants and gardening here in the desert of Albuquerque, New Mexico. In today's video I wanted to do something a little bit different. I know my channel name's not exactly easy to say, and there are different ways people have said it, and any way you say it is fine. If you try, it's fine. I've heard Breaking Burke or Burke, or the way we say it is Burke, but that's okay if you can. It originates from the original spelling of Albuquerque, which had two R's in it, and later was dropped. The first R was dropped, and that's where Burke comes from. We chose that a long time ago as locals because it does show our Spanish heritage there. The first plant that I'm going to be chopping up is this Califia Ornata. I don't know if you guys watch regularly. If you do, thank you. If not, welcome to my channel. I got this one a while back from an online group I belong to. It was part of a contest. They had some plants they were tired of taking care of, and they said if you could give them people names, they'd give it to whoever came up with the best name. I chose Brittany for this because they said she's a diva and she's got pink. You can see down here she has produced an offshoot since I got her, so I'm going to try and see if I can break that off and get another plant. Now, would help if I showed you. Coming down here at the union of it and just chop it. Scissors got stuck in the gloves, but you can see it is a nice little two-leaf cutting, and it does have a section down here that should root. So remember, like always, you want to take off the dry crispiness because that will rot in water, and by taking that off you better your chances of succeeding. So there's our first cutting. Let's see, what do I got next? I have this Brazil here. Before we chop that up, might as well tell you something else about me. I used to do landscaping on and off for years. I worked for professionals, and at one point I had gotten hired on at a call center and lost my job because they didn't know what they were doing. And yeah, I was jobless, didn't know what to do, so I went back to what I normally used to do, which was cutting weeds and stuff. I used to do it with my uncle growing up, and anytime we needed any kind of cash or extra money, you know, we'd go around asking if anyone needed their weeds cut. On this Brazil here, I'm just going to take a little tiny piece. This, I don't know if you can see, has reverted. It's all green, so I don't necessarily want that in there, but we'll keep it either way. Make sure you push it down till that node is in water. I haven't introduced myself yet. My name is Albert. Yeah, I know, weird, right? Old school name. I was actually named after my uncles. They both perished in a accident before I was born, and my mom thought it was a good way to pay tribute to them. Let's see, the next cutting I'm going to do here is a neon philodendron. Let's see this one here. It was above our heads, so I'm just going to shorten this here and join it along over here. We'll put that in first. Then that. How does that look? Okay, something else about me. Let's see. Oh, when I did my own thing for a while, I posted that I could do landscaping, or initially it was just pulling weeds and, you know, grunt work. I didn't want to get into anything too serious. For me it was temporary. I was still looking for a job, but yeah, I found some customers who were older and had professional companies doing their stuff before, and they were paying through the nose, and being on a fixed income, it didn't really work for them. So I kind of opened my own business and I started working for a neighborhood out in the northeast part of town. Actually a pretty exclusive neighborhood, only about 10 or 12 houses in the neighborhood, I think it's 10. And they were all $500,000 to, I think, $2 million, I think was right around the top limit. And I worked on all these yards and houses from time to time. I would do landscaping, I would do irrigation, I would do basically whatever they needed and I felt I was capable of doing. I would try and help them out. At one point I did get one of the most expensive house in the neighborhood ready for sale, and a couple others, so I mean, I did some decent work. And I actually had to fix some landscaping on the most expensive one before they could sell it because some stuff had died. This I'm going to cut into a couple propagations. This is Pearls and Jade Pothos. That'd be cute in there too. And I did this for, like I said, it was only supposed to be temporary, but it ended up being 6 years. I know, ridiculous how quick time flies. And, sorry, I'm nervous. And, yeah, I did that till right about when COVID hit. As soon as the virus came through and put everyone's world to a stop, most of my clients were elderly. A lot of them were, like I say, on retirement or fixed income, so they were scared about the future, and I was considered a commodity. So I lost my job, kind of my company, because I was working for myself, but you know, blessing in disguise. I was killing myself with the type of work. My body has definitely taken a toll. But yeah, let's see, the next plant we'll cut is over here, a scandapsis, or scandapsis, however you want to say it. We're cutting this boy. He was hanging from the ceiling too, so I'm not going to show you me reaching up there to grab it. No one wants to see that. Maybe someday I'll show my face. Leave it in the comments if you guys like it the way it is, where I don't show my face, or you would want to know who is talking. A couple of you have met me because I've delivered some prizes, so I mean, it's not like it's a complete surprise, but I really haven't become comfortable enough yet. Maybe, I mean, if I'm going to be on camera, there's some things I got to do. I got to clean up all the extra hair, and I'm not really camera ready. And I don't have to be because I'm a caregiver. That's another thing. I am able to film videos because I am a part-time caregiver for my uncle. He had a leg removed and needed some help, and has continued to have ailments, and I help him when he needs, and I live right next door, so if he ever needs me, I just run over and help him. Let's see, the next plant here, I'm going to have to step away, but it's just going to be for a second. Okay, I'm having trouble on something to find a cut. And I got it. This aluminum pilea. So this, just like anything else, you'll take and you'll cut. Let's see, right here and here. And then you want to strip the lower leaves and put it in water. Let's see. Oh, one of my main clients that I worked for when I worked with my own company was a retired greenhouse owner. So he had a huge collection of plants, every plant you could want, 2, 3 of, and some you didn't know you wanted, but after you seen them, you knew you wanted them. So I did get a lot of tips from him on how to properly prune and like I said, I've been doing this forever, so I know some seedlings, especially stuff that grows wild around here, and I have done gardening with my grandmothers since I could be out big enough in the dirt. So as far as food, I've been growing that forever. We've always had a garden on the side. We'd go out in the evenings and water it, irrigate it with the hose, just throw it in and it would work itself down like a maze through the rows, and we would water that way. I know it's very inefficient and we don't really use that method too much anymore, but different times. I am no spring chicken by any means. I'm in my 30s, so yeah, there's that. Let's see, next plant to cut. What am I going to chop? Oh, I can do another purple one. This one here, I know we just did a couple weeks ago, but it's my mom's propagation, and I like to take the top off of a propagation. That way the vegetation can catch up with the roots. Sometimes if you don't do it and your propagation starts to flop or look kind of ugly, that's probably why. The roots are having a hard time catching up with the canopy, and if you take off part of that canopy once the roots are established, you have a better chance of it surviving. Just the top part of the purple passion plant. Now another thing I've seen people do instead of that is they'll take a leaf on a propagation. This is just a dead leaf, it's not a propagation, and they'll cut half off. They'll just cut it across. Now the theory behind that is that it's not gonna need as much energy. It's still gonna produce energy because it has a leaf, but it's not gonna lose as much moisture through transpiration. That's basically where the plant sweats. And I've done both. I don't like the way the cut leaves look, so I don't do that. I'd rather just chop the head off and you get a bushier plant anyway. Now I'm not saying it's either or, you have to do anything. You can do what you want, and what works for you works for you. This is just what I do. Let's see. I've lived in Albuquerque my entire life. Actually, like I said before, I live maybe 20 feet from my parents. It's a little casita that used to be a garage. It's on the same property as their house, so we do have different fences, and I do have a tiny yard. The entire spot is 1/3 of an acre, and I got like 1/5 of that, so you know, tiny yard. I think it's maybe like 40 feet wide by maybe 70 feet long, something like that. It's not very big. The house itself is only 600 square feet. It's me, my partner, and his dog. Let's see. I think I've told you guys quite a bit about myself, and I only have room for about one more propagation, so what am I going to chop? Oh, maybe we'll do a couple cactus, just to throw it in there and make it look a little different. This here is a night blooming cereus. It's a tropical type of cactus, so it can't handle freezing, and it blooms just like the name suggests at night. This one I think is Lady of the Night, the variety. Usually throws a white flower, opens for one night, gone by the time, I don't know, the sun comes up, maybe 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. And then I'll take a piece of the rickrack cactus. Alright, and I don't know why I did this because I don't know where it's going to fit, but we'll try it. Rickrack cactus. Again, another type of tropical cactus similar to night blooming cereus that, well, I guess I'll just have to wait and put that in something else because these aren't wide enough. But yeah, there's a bit about me. I guess I could throw a couple more things out there. I have one brother, one sister. My parents, they live next to me, and yeah, a huge extended family, though most of us have kind of done our own thing for a bit for different reasons that maybe you guys might find out in the future, who knows. But right now, I'm going to keep it about plants. That was way more than I thought I would ever share, especially so soon with you guys. But I have gotten some comments that it feels a little one-sided and that you guys don't know me or know who I am. So once again, my name is Albert. I'll try and throw that in there when I do start my videos, so it feels a little more relatable. Yeah, and leave in the comments, do you like the way the videos are going without me in them? Is it okay as an instructional type video? Once again, I'm not certified or anything. I just love gardening. I guess you'd say an enthusiast of houseplants and landscape design. Like I said, I did that for years, so it's in my veins. That's what I know more. I do mess around with houseplants, and I have a few, quite a lot actually, not just a few. But I started with outside plants. That's what I know the most of, and that's why on some of these indoor houseplants I say we're experimenting, or this is my first type of, because I really haven't kept too many, or I guess too many varieties. I have had multiples of one, but you know, now I kind of branched out quite a bit, and I do have a little bit of a forest going on in my house. So hopefully once it's all done, it'll look great and it'll look the way I want it. Right now, since I have small plants and we started redoing this house basically down to the studs, it's taking some time. So like I said, that's why I plan to do some remodeling tips, or even tips that have to do with plants, fill in holes where you put something to get your deposit back, whatever. Let me know if there's something you want to know. I can try to make a video about it. Like I said, I've got some rings. If I was a tree, if you chop me down, there's some ears under there, so I have gone through some experiences. I've worked a vast array of jobs. Yeah, if there's anything I can help with, let me know. Leave it in the comments. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. It's free. We do giveaways here. Next one coming up in a few days. Thank you for watching, and keep an eye out. Have a great weekend.